more demos, but I think we got enough on a string. But it's your decision if it's something you want to share more.
Basis I will keep on showing. Don't worry. It's need basis. So I am going to study materials, and this is Java for SDET. So yesterday we have gone through the matcher patterns, kind of matches method, right? So that was like very interesting, and as well like it was new for everyone. So then the people is good into Java side, you will see that the people is like not quite comfortable in those things. So we have gone through these methods. You can see equals method, equal ignore cache, compare to, length, to upper, contents, substrings, replace all, matches, to char array, trim. Lot of methods, additional things we have already discussed. So today we will go through some of the programs, right? That how to do this things handling, and we will discuss like if you can do by yourself or you can take the help of internet as well. This very simple program. Write a program to sort the strings of the array, bubble sort. So basically bubble sort is a logic in which what you have to do, you have to use two loops. One is outer loop, one is inner loop. And this is like sorting techniques we are doing. So it will compare with this. If this is small, this is like what you call bigger. So based on compare to method, what you can do, you can compare the string comparison and you will get the integer value. If it is positive, negative or equal to 0. So based on that, you can swipe it. Okay. So this kind of logics. So one outer loop will be there. It will keep each and every time, like each of the word it will take. An inner loop just will do the comparison with the whatever outer you are giving with the exact position one it will compare. So what it will do, it will just compare with the inner one, position one, and if this is greater and this is small, so based on that it will just swipe. And it is again saying that try to input using a scanner dot next line. So use this method for basically what we are doing. We are just initializing the string variable and we are using that. It's just saying that use a scanner class. So by a scanner class also we have seen some of the examples, right? You can take the help of internet. This is lab exercises, and if anywhere you have any challenges, you can discuss. So I will give you the hint. It is basically two loops, and if you want to see the logic of what you call bubble sort, so I can show you some of the examples. So there is a separate topic they have given, bubble sort algorithm in Java. So first you understand the logic and then how you have to apply. So as I told you that one is outer loop and one is inner loop. So loop will be same, and based on the index position, it is just comparing. You see here, the array is ARR, means they are taking the array, and what it is doing, so ARR is comparing with this, what is previous position. It has like taken from the right side, but if you can take from the left side, that is also okay. So left one is will be compared with this one. If it is greater than, then you will do the swiping. So that's the main logic. You see here, just it is working so easily. I will show you more examples. So that was I was telling you. You use two loops. One is outer loop, one is inner loop. You can see here. This is the logic they have written. Consider that we have two things, I and j, and what we are doing, index basis we are just comparing. So outer loop will work for n minus 1. You can see here, start from 0, n minus I. So whatever it will do, it will work for that position, every time. The outer loop will work from this one, then minus 1, and then inner loop what it will do, it will start from the j, and from the j is equal to 0th position, 1 by 1 it will compare the outer loop with the inner loop current value, and based on that it will, if it is found greater than, then it will just swipe it, and finally when you come out of that loop, then you can use it for printing. That's it. So simple, you go and just try, it's very easy. We have done so many rows and columns kind of words. The only logic is that with the if clause you have to compare, and if it is greater you have to swipe it. That's it, with the particular index. Write a program to find the uppercase and lowercase character in the string below. Suppose that this is the string, and you have to tell that which one is uppercase and which one is the lowercase. So it's very simple. Based on the range you can compare. You can take the character by character, and then the character value is between this and this. So you can tell this is uppercase, this is lowercase. Okay. It's just a hint for you. That's what you will do. First you will read a string one by one, and you will take that string, and if it is what you call 65 to 90, the value of that string is 65 to 90, it means this is the uppercase. If it is 97 to 122, then it is lowercase. So I will show you this program. This is something new for you. Let me show you. Sometimes in the interview this question has been asked, how you will test whether the character is uppercase or lowercase. And there is a string method as well, string dot value of you can take, and based on that you can, no, you cannot compare it, right? In that case, I think that is the best process what I'm showing you. Either you can use char at I, or either you can use to char array. Any method is okay. So let me go through new class character range lower public static void main finish. You can see here this line I don't need, so I'm using Control D. Now I have the string here. You can see this is the string. Let me put in the double quotes. Str equal to, this is the string, and the type of this str is a string, as you know. So this much we have already done. Now what my work is, task is, find that the character is either a uppercase or lowercase. So simple, I will use for loop int I equal to 0. From left side to right side, I will just keep on scanning. I is less than the str dot length. You know, this is just a string, so string dot length method is there, so you can use it. If it is array, so dot length variable will be there. I plus plus, so left to right when your loop is going, so what you will do, plus plus, and here you have to check here dot char at. You have already gone through that method. So char at, and based on the index is I. So pass this index, and you can check greater than equal to 65 and thing you put here again, and less than equal to 90. If this condition is satisfied, so what it will do? It will say that the south plus some message I will give is a it will print that, and then it will. So you see here, this is a character, but I'm comparing with the integer, so that is allowed in Java. So nothing to worry about. If this condition is not satisfied, so I have to test another condition. Okay, so one more condition is there which I have to test, and that is like 97 to 122. So I'm just putting here else, and then again I will copy the entire thing. I will just change the things here. 97 less than 122. It is a lower case. Lower case. Third condition is I don't need to check anything. I will just say the character. Special char, special or num char. There can be number as well, right? I can put 1, 2, 3, something like that. Then it can be a special character or it can be integer, anything. This is just a logic I have written, and anyone has any doubt in the logic, they will first discuss, then I will show you after execution. Anyone has any doubt? S out, just putting end of the program. You can see here, and I'm just going to execute. Based on that, you can check. You can see here how it is printing, and just see the program and just see the output. And if you have any doubt, you can just check. It is a special or integer character, means it is printing as expected. You can check anywhere it is mismatching or not the output pattern. So C is uppercase, uppercase. It should be upper. Let me re-execute. Lowercase, uppercase, lowercase, uppercase, something like that. You can see it is coming. So based on the numerical value range, you can solve this problem very easily. So this is one way, means I have used char at I method. Same thing can be done via character array. So first do one thing, convert it into the character array. So how to convert it to the character array? As you know, this is str. So come here, str dot toChar array is a method. Via that it will be converted into the char array. So my char array name is ARR I am giving, and then I'm just creating a variable, create a local variable, so it's a character array. Now I have to take this array and then I have to do everything. So array has a length variable, not the length method. Just remember this thing. So now it is a array, and instead of str dot char at I have to use arr of index. So index of I. Now I have everything. I will just change it. Rest of the things will be same. Logic will be same. Everything will be same. I just showed you two way. One via char at I and one via to char array. Two methods are there to solve this problem. You can see, and I have just commented it down, this part, and this part I'm just going to execute. Right click, run as. I can put one more part, means like if it is an integer, I can just put one special case. So you can see here, I have this integer range is 48 to 57. So just remember that. So I can put this 48 57. Integer, and else is the other cases. I'm not comparing anything here. You see here, everywhere I'm having else if, but here that's the default case. Nothing is there, then this is the sure. See here. So range wise it is printing. So this is one example. This question can be solved in this case. Write a program to concatenate two strings. So concat method will be there, and based on that you can use, and one is plus operator. So which way you want, you have to decide. So we already have those examples here.
Yeah, I think this concatenate example you already showed us.
Yes. So no need extra doing a. Write a program to trim the string. So trim also we have seen yesterday, right?
Yes.
So write a program to replace the character P with the if in the given string. So replace also we have gone through. So there are lab exercises. If you want, you can do it, or you can take the help of internet. There is no restriction, but you have to do the programming, because in the interview when you appear, they will definitely ask about your coding skills. So just be prepared for those things. And string is like must go. String will be there. Whatever the program they are going to ask, that string will be common. So now those things are done. Now we have new topic, a string buffer and a string builder. So in the interview, they will first ask about the string. Once you able to answer about a string, the second question they will ask you that what is the difference between a string buffer, and a string builder. So confusion is that in which order you have to remember it. So you just remember the builder as a last, then everything you will remember. Just to memorize, because this is something confusion. Buffer, builder, buffer. So when you will appear for the interview, or like when interviewer is asking you question, that time you will have this, always like have this confusion. It's a buffer or builder or buffer. So initial days it's very challenging to memorize the thing, but later on it will be very easy once you've gone through that. And to be honest, it's for automation purpose, we are never using a string, buffer and builder. Okay, we always using a string everywhere, but since it is there and you should know this, so it's good to have it, the knowledge of it. So I'm going to show you. You see here, we have a string classes, and we have a string buffer, and we have a string builder. So three classes there, and char sequence is the parent interface, which is like the parent of all the three interfaces. So these are the siblings of char sequence. You can see here, char sequence is the parent, and these are the siblings for that. It's like, apart from that, when we talk about when there was a string buffer, why there was a need of a string builder? Because when we you go through that thing, you will feel that this is the same. A string buffer and a string builder is same. Only the difference is that this is fast and this is slow. Okay, so this is slow and this is fast because this is a thread safe concept. It is used in multi-threading, and this is used in normal environment. Means if you have to do some string operations, so you can do that. And the difference among all three, just remember this: this is immutable. Immutable means never will be changed. This and this are mutable. Both are mutable. The first difference is tell, like you have to tell like this. One is the second difference between this and this. A string buffer is thread safe, but a string and a string builder are not. So as compared to a string buffer, the string and a string builder are a bit faster. So you can see these are the points they have mentioned already. One, this is immutable. These two are not, means non-mutable. Second thing, this is thread safe. So very lessly used. Only in the multi-threading environment you will use. Other places you will use a string builder. This is having reverse method, a string buffer and a string builder, but a string is not having. This string is having concat method, a string buffer and a string builder having append method. So that's the very important thing you have to know. Basics you have to know about this. And all three are final classes. But inside the internal implementation is not like a string, so that they are not mutable. They are what you call mutable. They are mutable. It means they are changeable. You can change the original value. If you do any operations on the string, like append or concat, whatever the things were, it will change the original value like that. Okay. So I will show you some of the examples so that you will go through that. Some of the methods they are saying that this is about strings method is empty concat, and their string buffer and string builder is having append method. So very less they have talked about that topic, but I will show you in the detail. So let me close this, close this, close this. You can see here we have a string buffer demo. So when we talk about a string buffer, one more important thing, in a string you can create a string like this, that is called a string literals. But in the string buffer and a string builder, it is not allowed. So you have to always create via new string buffer or string builder. That is one important. Now I'm going to this class and you check, and also going to the string class. Then I will use pin side by side. This is a string buffer and this is string builder. So some of the differences you have to note from the beginning, come from the beginning, and you see that what are the major differences. Some import differences you will see. So this is using like string class using Java regex and all such things. It does not use Java regex. When you come here, you check this point, that what are the points mentioned over there. So author is a different, Arthur Van Lee one. So this is not very important to remember, but just for your information. So JDK 1.0, JDK 1.0. So that is one thing. Now you're coming to this class definition. So this is public final class. This is also public final class. Implements serializable, comparable. So this kind of interfaces. But it only implements serializable, clonable. It is comparable. It is not doing. But cat sequence it is here. So cat sequence is also here, I believe. Cat sequence is the parent, both of the them. Here it is having one extends abstract string builder. So it is having one more parent class which is abstract string builder. You see here, this is some character array implementation is there, but this is not final. But here it is final. So this is making the difference. This is called, it is immutable. Once it is created, it cannot be changed. But here you can change it. You can see here other things, capacity they are providing, that how much capacity it can have. Other important methods, just I will highlight. If anything, I will find a caret method is there. Append method is there. You can see here. Append method. Append method is like overloaded method here. Some delete method they have given. Replace method they have given. Substring method is there. Subsequence method is there. Substring method is there. Insert method is there. String you have already seen, so I'm just comparing the string buffer. Insert method is there. Insert some overloaded methods. Index of is there. Index of was there in the string as well. Couple of things you will see common, but couple of things you will see different. So this is having a reverse method. So if you want to reverse one string, so no need to do any kind of thing, just use reverse method, it will do everything for you. As in string class, there is no reverse method, you have to write the logic. But a string buffer is having reverse method. Yeah, that's it. Means like high level you can see here, these things are there. Now I'm coming back to the example part. In the string, what we were doing, we were creating the string literals, but the string buffer, it is not allowed. And the one thing is that before what a concatenation, before concatenation the value was this. So what I did, I concatenated one of the value called world. So earlier it was hello. This is a string one, okay, and I have created one string buffer. So I'm using sb.append. So it will change the value of that. And the string what you were seeing now, when you were doing concat method, and then you try to print this, it will never change the value of the original one, but here it is changeable. So if you want to see again, I can show you again here via concat method and via that method. You see here, I'm using sb.str dot concat. So I am saying that test. I did something, you see here, since it is immutable, it will never change. It will never change. After that, if I print here s out, str, it will remain unchanged. So let me comment this part. What it is printing? It is printing hello. It is not adding test in that because string is immutable. So hope you understand this concept. So let me comment this
So
part.
Rajiv, why it is not giving error instead of while writing the code or any warning message?
For what?
That string is immutable and it can't be changed, something like that.
No, it will not give. Why? There is no code syntax error, right? So why should give error?
Okay.
See, normally what we were doing, we were changing it and storing it the new object in the same. So that was one thing you were doing earlier, right? So if you do like that, so it means this object will be there in the memory, but you have already created a new and assigned to the same variable which was created. So now this variable lose the control over this one and it started the new object pointing to the new object. But it doesn't mean this object is changed. This object is already there, anonymous. It will become anonymous. Okay.
Yeah, got it. I mean, syntax is correct, so that is the reason it's not giving.
It's allowed to write like this. So this is the demo for immutability. So now we will understand in a better way that what is immutable, because once you go through a string buffer and builder, then only you will understand, oh, this is why it is immutable. Otherwise you will never understand this. So you see this part is done. I showed you that what is the output I am getting. Even after changing, the original thing is never changed. So if original is never changed, it means that is immutable thing. It will not change. Now what I am doing here, I am using one append method. Okay, same like that. Here I use concat method and here I use append method, right? So earlier the value was hello. This is a way of creation. You can just pass it. You can see here I am creating one hello, and after that I added world. And when I try to print what is SB now, so now you see what is the value it is holding. It is changed. So that's why it is called mutable. So string is immutable, but a string buffer and a string builder are not. So hope it is clear to you, right? Clear or not clear?
Yes, it's clear.
So you can see this is the perfect example. There you will understand the like how it is mutable or immutable. You can see before append hello, after append it is hello world. And in the case of a string, it was something like this. So let me comment this part, then I will go to the next part. You can see the same example I have given here. So that is already been shown to you. If I do something before I printed this value and after I concat and after that I try to print, so it will remain unchanged. So this shows that append method and concat method, how it works. So this works like this and this works like this. Let me remove this so that you will understand it very easily. This is changed, this is unchanged. So that's why string is immutable. So this was clear to you, string buffer, and same like a string builder. If you want to create a string builder, you have to go through string builder and something like that you have to write it. Same example I am showing here. And you can see whether it is changed or unchanged. Hello. Right, this is not changed. This should change, right? Okay, yeah, this is the reason. Let me run it, then I can show you. You can see this is change, this is change, but this is not change. So this is about a string, this is about a string buffer, and this is about a string builder. So hope it is clear to you how it is mutable and immutable. So string is immutable, but a string buffer and a string builder both are mutable. Immutable, mutable, immutable, not changeable, mutable, changeable. That's the main thing. This is a super hit interview question. I know people will ask you how string is immutable. So first you have to tell the what is the meaning of immutable, and then you explain why it is immutable, what is the logic that how it is maintaining the immutability. So if you able to explain this concept, Go to the string class, and in the line number 114, there is a code written private final char value. So this is making it immutability because of the final keyword. You can tell internal implementation of final character array. So that's why string is immutable. That's why. This is the reason. If you're able to explain this, then I think this answer matches the expectation of the interviewer. You see here, we have gone through these examples. So let me comment it out. No need. Now we have some other examples. Let me turn it on. Let me turn it. Yeah, this is and this is on. So I'm saying that system.out.println SB is a string buffer and sBuilder is sBuild. I'm taking two. So this is reverse method is directly given, and after the changing value, whatever the value here hello is there, it will just reverse it. It is also containing hello. It is also containing hello. Other codes I have already commented out. You can see here. And you can use this line of code. And if you want to print a date and time, so you just message anything, and after that plus new date. So this will give you date and time of today. Tuesday, October 4. This is the time, location, year, everything will be given. So any doubt about the string buffer and string builder? You want to ask anything? Once you have gone through anywhere, any topic like that. And now go to the interview question, that something very, very important, that what is the difference between, I hope anything I have not missed, but let me show you. In the interview, people are asking, what you have to tell. I think I have that pictures. I kept that pictures for that only. You can see here. A string, it is having a string pool, it is in heap, it is in heap. Actually, it is having both the string pool and heap both. The string allows string literals, and normally new object also you can create. So it's allowed a string pool and heap, but these are only heap allowed. Okay, so where the object will be created. So this is immutable, both are mutable. You can see not used in threaded, multi-threaded environment. Used string buffer only used. You can see this is single threaded environment. So like normally string is used. This is slow, this is slowest, and this is fastest. Okay. Syntax wise they are giving that how to create, so that you already know. So basically this is the differences you can tell. One thing I forgot to explain you about a string builder. Let me visit this. It was introduced in Java 1.5. So this is also one difference. You see here about a string. It was in 1.0. The string buffer was in 1.0. And this was introduced in 1.5. So this you can add. And why this was introduced? Because of the used in multi-threading environment kind of thing. Apart from that, I don't see anything which I have missed for this string buffer and string builder. Now I will go with the wrapper classes in Java. So wrapper classes is what? Basically you have a 8 kind of primitive data type. You remember, right? So int, char, float, double, long, short, byte, boolean, everything, right? So what they have did, they have somewhere it was allowed that mostly I have seen in collections part, that is a separate framework in Java, that they are not allowed to use any primitive data type because they are object oriented programming. So what the Java people have given, they use the same concept, primitive data type, and they have designed the classes for that. Okay. So what they are saying that instead of using primitive data type, now you use class and object concepts. So instead of int, you can use integer class. Instead of double, you can use double class. So some minor changes they have given, and based on that, they are designing it. You can see here for boolean, small boolean is capital B, and boolean they have given the classes like that. So all these classes are present in java.lang package. Char, character, byte, byte, short, short. So these are primitive data type, and these are wrapper classes. So wrapper classes means for the reserved keywords, they have designed now classes. So I will show you how to use it. Just an introduction that what is the wrapper. Wrapper is something like cover. Means already something is there, just you are putting something cover. And internal implementation is same. Means just to use purpose, now people will not use primitive data type, rather they will use object. You will not write int something like that, you will use integer, that is replacing something, right? So basically if you go inside that what is the logic, you will see that it is internally using int only, but for general purpose or outside world they have given that no, don't use int, don't use double, don't use byte, small things, use object data type. So for that purpose they have designed wrapper classes in Java. So there are 8 wrapper classes in Java, and you can say that it's very easy to remember, just minor change you have to remember. For int they have integer, for char they have character, and rest of the things I can see that it's almost same. You can see only capital difference you will see the. So let me go through couple of examples.
So Rajesh, there is no restriction to use any of them. We can use any.
Correct.
Okay.
You can see this is example of. So earlier how I was using here int something like that I was using, right? Inti some variable I was creating. So instead of that, in here line number 11, I can use like that. And the important information about wrapper classes, you can use it as a string literal, same like that. So no need of creating new kind of thing. So both way you can use. So you will feel that you are using still using int. I will show you some of the examples, then you will understand. Let me go to the integer class. Which package it is present? Java.lang. So couple of wrapper classes. Let me introduce integer, long, a, b, byte, character, boolean, and if I'm going to the integer class to check the internal implementation how it is. So everywhere you will see that it is using primitive data type. Go through couple of examples. And one important thing about wrapper classes is all the classes are final class. Everywhere it is using the same int, char, whatever it is, like all primitive data type only use. So when it was introduced, JDK 1.0. Okay. So these informations are there where it is present, lang package, and all are final classes. So final classes means when you will go through the final concept, then you will understand what is final. But high level things, as of now, you can see that this is a final class in Java. So final class, all the wrapper classes are final class. So any wrapper class you open, like double you open, you see it is a final class. If you open integer, you have seen long, you open long is also final class in Java, you see here. So whatever today you have gone through or are coming as final class. So final class means the restriction is that you cannot extend this class. You cannot make this class as a parent of your class. As custom class you are going to design and you try to use the final class as a parent. So the restriction is that it will not be allowed. So that's the main thing. Now let me show you a couple of examples. Right click, close others. So I'm having only one. And how to create? Earlier I was using integer I, something like that. Here I am using like this. So this is one way, but let me show you other way as well. T is here integer z equal to 100. If I write like this, this is also allowed. But there is no restriction. So it reminds me about the string class, how we were using. Even it is object-oriented programming. So instead of using new, I can use it like string literals. So in string, how it was allowed, so same like that it is allowed. Okay. So let me show you a couple of examples. Let me comment out the thing which is not needed. What I am doing here, so this was just for demo purpose. Let me comment this part. This is not needed. I'm creating integer I, and here I am passing 100. So what it will do? First go that what are the constructors allowed in the integer class. Show view outline. So constructors is which class I have opened? Integer class, right? So two constructor it is given. Either you can pass integer value, you can pass a string as well in the double quotes. So you can pass it, and based on that, it will convert it into the character or integer one. So both way you can initialize it. And other methods is given there. Int value, long value, short value to string. A lot of methods they have given, and need basis we will see that if it is needed, then we can just check. So here I have a value and I'm saying that I dot int value I'm assigning to integer variable. So that is one thing you can directly assign as well. So no need of like having int value. That is better to use it like that. If it is having something like that, any string also, so it will convert it like that. And I'm printing here I1 and I'm printing the I. So you can see both is having same value or not. So it is giving 100 and 100. So I1 is also 100 and I is also 100. I was already 100, but I1 was created with the wrapper class value. I dot int value, it is returning integer type and it is assigned to integer one. So that is one thing. There is a math dot random function. Means suppose that you are talking about a random value and how you will use. So let me tell you, suppose that you have to select any country and country list is up to 200. So what you want to do, you want to select any random country. So you can use this a random function, and that is very important. Suppose that you have to select any date, any year, any month, country, location. There are a lot of drop down values, so that time it is really helpful, because current time any random value we have to select and we have to proceed. So in automation this is very helpful. So math.random function normally returns 0 to 1 in between any value. So I'm just converting it into the 100, so it will round off. Let me comment this part. I'm just showing the demo of math.random function. So you see here it is returning this. If I run it again, it will give you random values. Every time it will just give a random value, and you just multiplying it with 100, so it is coming like that. So this is one example. Now let me show you more examples. I have min equal to 1 and max equal to 100. And then I want to set some range. You can see here. So what logic I am applying here? Math.random into max minus min plus 1 plus min. So this is something logic I am providing. Based on that, it will multiply and it will give me the range. So if I am printing here, one by one I will show you. So it is giving first time 13. Again, if I am running, I will get some random value, different value. Okay, so same like that it is doing. But if you want some integer value, so you can use it like that. So here I have typecasted it. This is called typecasting. So typecasting is needed when you are degrading it. For upgradation, there is no typecasting needed, but when you are coming from higher to lower side, so that time you have to tell that I want in this way. So then compiler will convert it into the integer. So double is like higher side and this is lower side. So you can give here, it is coming as a lower side. So value of it is 82. Again, if I run it, I will get something different value. So let me comment this part, because now you understand this logic, right? So I will show you.
I have one question regarding this random keyword. So any benefit of using this random?
So that's what I told now. When you have to select random year, random
Okay.
date, so that time you can use it, which is very important for that. Suppose that you have the automation code, and sometimes you have to select January, December, some country India, some country like Pakistan, or some country like Uzbekistan, or any country you can select.
Okay, so we can use it in somewhere if you have to put any pick any value from the list, or maybe some drop down, or any year, month. So that way it will help. Okay.
Yes. Consider you have an array, you want to print random value from that array. So how you will do that? Think of that. Any random value, not based on indexing, you just printing any random value. Only one value. So any random value it will generate and it will print. You can see here, I have taken one example here, that I am taking x equal to 1, x is less than 50, equal to 50 I have taken x plus plus. So 50 times this loop will run, and I am printing one time integer, one time double value. So need basis, you can design your test cases how you want to use it. Suppose that you want to give random discount, you have a calculation. So that time it will help you. So I'm going to give, this is a loop, this is not a random value, this is a loop. 1 to 50 it will run. And what I'm going to do, I have given 1000. So this is the range. And now I'm not using math.random. This is new method I'm introducing. There is a random class in Java. So two ways are there where you can use random. One is math.random and one is random class. So you can see here this class is present in java.util package, and it was introduced later, but I know. Now it is 1.1. So you can use it, and this is something very, very widely used nowadays. Math.random is there, but people are mostly using random class. So anonymous object I'm creating, and then I'm calling the integer method. So it has lot of methods you can see here. Next, if I'm going here, next boolean, next double, next float, next Gaussian, next int, next long, next bytes. So these are the values it is coming here. So I'm just using next int, and it will generate 50 integer value. So 50 is higher side. Let me minimize up to 20. Should be okay. So 1 to 20 times it will print the random value, and the range I have given 1000. So you have to provide a range from 0 to I think less than 1000. If you are providing 1000, so 1000 will not be printed. It will 0 to 999. Can see here. So this is one time run value, and again next time if I run, I will get another value. So every time random value. Consider that I am providing it here 100 times. You can see any value it can print. All will be different. Suppose that I am saying that 1 to 100 and next 100 I am providing. So it is always printing the random value. You can see here. This is coming as duplicate 9. No. Yeah, 9 is duplicate. Normally it is because of range I have given, so that's why. Let's see, if you normal provide less range, so everything will be unique. You can see here, unique values for that. Random unique values. So this is something example about integer class, and rest of the things we will see in next class, which is on Thursday. If you have any doubt regarding these things, so you can discuss. So now we have moved to the wrapper classes. Wrapper classes will go on one class, then I will wrap it up, and after that we will proceed to the next topic, exception handling. Any doubt anyone has?
Yeah, I'm good, Raju. Thank you.
How about others who are present? One is left. Vipra, Amit, and Chiti Babu.
Yeah, right.
Understand everything about today's class, or any doubt you have?
No.
Nothing, Raju.
If you are knowing about primitive data type, then it is very easy topic for you. It's nothing new. It's just the way of writing you change. Originally, you are doing the same thing. Okay. And some of the methods additionally you will see integer class has some of the methods because it is a class. So class will have obviously have some methods, right? So I will show you a couple of methods, whatever we are using. Okay. So thanks all for today's class, and we will see more topics in next class, which will be held on Thursday.
Thank you. Thanks, Raju.
Thank you. Welcome.